We are on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Nothing New Under the Sun. I'm Sweetz,
And I am Goddess Keys.
and we're going to go through 15 minutes of topics while y'all listen.
All right. Well, our first topic is going to be Prime Day and Black Friday.
Yeah. And the whole thing, I guess, I want to discuss with it is I feel like these are going to be indicators when they figure out nobody's got any fucking money. And they look at, especially Prime Day. Prime Day is the toe in the water before they try to jump in, because they're going to see those numbers and they're going to be like, damn, these are low. Because I'm telling you, between the election coming and nobody knows what's going to happen and fucking just not having it, I don't think they're going to see what they think they're about to see.
Yeah, Prime Day is supposed to be tomorrow and Wednesday. I think their numbers are going to go down because people just don't have any money.
Hell no. And even people who do have money, they're holding their shit.
Exactly. So
nobody's moving like that right now.
And I believe Walmart was supposed to start their Black Friday early because, they have to do everything Amazon does.
Only two choices. We were talking about that today. We saw that commercial of now if you have Walmart Plus, which we do, and I guess through the app, it's just like the Amazon store where like you don't have, cashiers are dead. If your plan was to be a lifelong cashier, you're fucked. You pick the industry they are wiping out as fast as they fucking can, because now you ain't got to talk to nobody. You pull up the app, you scan shit, you walk the fuck out with the receipt. The end. That's where it is. For people who still want to go in the store and shit, ain't nobody trying to talk to anybody anymore.
Yeah.
That's out. All they need people to do is stock.
Yeah, I feel that cashiers are it's not a job that is expanding as far as the people that they're hiring. It's like the people who are cashiers now are going to have to find other jobs.
But it's not even, it used to be a job for kids and shit. Like, it's not even going to be there for a first job anymore. Like, it's just over.
Pretty much.
And I'm not against it, though. I'm not in the way that, shit, there's too many other opportunities. I'd rather my kid, at 16, get your Twitch pop and do something. I don't know. You got opportunity. We're more on the lines of that. It's like, teach your kid to be while they have the time, entrepreneur, because you can do it right from the crib. Why would you not try to figure out your own, income versus teaching them, hey, go put on goofy uniforms and name tags and shit and go be a slave? Fuck that. And I hate using that word slave, but it feels like it. I'm telling you what it feels like, not what it is. It feels like slavery, but you in this day and age, you are making that choice. That's what makes it fucked up. In this day and age, that's why it can't be slavery, because shit, you're putting your own chains on, by
Pretty
going to work.
Our daughter wants to start her own lemonade stand.
Yeah.
So we'll do that with her next summer. But it's pretty much if you have children, you can pay them now and assign like a job to them within your company and write it off on your taxes because they're an employee of yours.
That's true.
That's not child labor.
That's true. But I'm saying even just when they're the age, you would send somebody to Burger King to fill out an app or some shit. No diss to Burger King because I work there too. But instead of doing that, it's like, yo, let's get your channel set up. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's make some t-shirts. Let's do something to show you how you getting your money yourself and not having to get a handed spoon fed to you. Now you have to be responsible for shit. Trying to run a business really does teach you a level of responsibility that's why people, when you go to work every 2 weeks, you spend your money so crazy because you're like, I got more coming. So you stay in debt, you stay, whatever, because you'd rather blow the check because you're like, fuck it, I've been going through all this stress to get this motherfucker. Now it's time to drink. Now it's time to party. Been there, done that. And that's a shitty way because it just keeps you under the spell and under their thumb. And, I got to go to work and I can't call out. I'm on my last occurrence, blah, blah, blah.
Well, and sometimes people can't blow through their check because they have bills. So they're using their check to pay their bills, and then they have money left over for gas to get back to work, back and forth to work every 2 weeks, and that's it. It's gone. So,
True.
you know, I say if you're going to teach them something, teach them how to work for themselves.
True.
What do they like to do? Can you turn that into income some kind of way?
That's the only way to get rich, like really balling. Like that's the only way to get wealth. That's the only way to get really rich is not a job. I mean, you can get a high level job and get quote unquote, you can get rich. You can become a millionaire. That's no big deal. Nobody's going to throw a parade because you've got some M's in your account. But if you really want to, I feel like live fully and have freedom, it is pick what you want to do first and then let the money come behind it. Because then you win. Because it's like, shit, I would do this for free, but they're paying me crazy for this? Come on.
Very true.
That's the biggest trick. And
Yeah.
it's just like, I don't know. That's all you look at. You don't see any, oh, I worked here for 40 years and I'm on the Forbes list. Yeah, fucking right. Show it to me. And I bet it's an extreme circumstance because no, on the real Forbes list, it's like, ain't no worker bees. And that's how it's set up, and that's what it is. And if you're cool being a worker bee, fucking don't listen to me and do your thing. Because everybody can't be a boss. Everybody can't run their own shit. And we got to get that out there too.
Yeah.
It's not for
that.
people then are attempting it currently.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say was having a business is not for everybody because you have to motivate yourself to work even when you don't feel like working. You may not feel like doing what it is that you do. You have to work sick, you have to work tired. Because you don't have sick pay. You can't call in sick today. Oh, I'm going to call in sick. Okay, who's going to pay you?
Exactly.
So you have to still do your job. So for some, and some people need the structure of corporate America. They need I have to wake up at this time. I have to be, because I have to be at work at this time. And then I'm at work from this time to this time. And then I'm going to go home and do whatever. But they need that structure in their day. Because
I don't think that's negative. I don't think it's all the way negative. I think you could take that structure and apply it to your life. Same way you get up for them, get up for yourself. Like, I don't think running a business to me isn't a free for all. That's what I've learned. It's not, oh, I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want. That's not how it works. If you're trying to do something, you have to create your own schedule. Like, we got these coming and we're doing these on a schedule because otherwise they wouldn't get done. If left to my own devices and shit, and I will do more tomorrow, or before you know it, it's been weeks. So it's like you have to push yourself. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the schedule, but my thing is, I think what you're talking about, having especially another adult, okay your moves and tell you what you're gonna do, and oh, you were a minute late, and like when our kids got sick and I had to look at another adult and be like, is it okay if I leave? I'm never again. Fuck that, man. Praying to God, keeping it in the universe's hands that I never have to go through that shit again. Yeah. And that's what I'm doing. I feel like I'm making enough moves to where that's not gonna be the thing, and then you show your kids that, because and I think I've heard Joe Rogan speak about this shit. Just it's really crazy that we do all this and get out of our parents' house to go listen to other adults that you don't even fucking respect half the time. Half the time you're looking at these people like they're idiots, but they've just been here. They've been in this bullshit longer than you, so they have seniority. So you got to listen and look up to them like they're something outside of this fucking building. They're not.
True.
They're people you wouldn't even speak to in real life.
Sometimes they are.
Most of the time they are. Because if you can buy into that bullshit most of the time, you're the type of person that, what do we have to talk about?
Pretty much.
Because I always felt bad for, I don't want to work here anymore. because they'd always be like, you want to be manager and all this shit, like all over the place, places I've worked. And then as soon as they say that, I'm out. They're ready to give me a decent salary. I don't want to fuck with this, because then you're stuck. Then you're in. Then you create a lifestyle, all this shit. And I always thought that was weird with me. Like, why do I not want these things? People would kill to have these things. I don't want them because I don't fit here, because this is gonna kill my soul. This is gonna ruin my home. This is gonna ruin me. I'd rather go out, get it how I live, on some savage shit, rather than sit there and wait to die. That's what it feels like, sitting in a cubicle or sitting when you're watching the clock and you have to start little games and counting the minutes and seconds and let me test myself how long, and I can't look at the clock. Everybody's played all these games.
Yeah, that's true.
When you have to do that, that's the worst life.
Yeah, true.
You get home, you're tired, barely you fuck with your kids for 20 minutes or some shit, and you go get out of the way and drink your drink or smoke your smoke, do whatever you got to do to get that shit off of you, and then you might get in a fight with your significant other because you're pent up from the, on and on. So
pretty much
there's less of that going forward than good.
True. Why are there no more or any man groups?
Oh, yeah, I asked that because there was boy bands. I was like, shit, that we were watching the Bobby Brown story. I'm like, would people be interested in that? Groups of men who can still sing and dance, who form and go out here and entertain like middle-aged women. That'd be crazy.
Like the Temptations?
Yeah, but see, they started young and then they grew. I'm talking about they just come out of being grown. Man groups. It's a crazy, I don't think nobody's worried about that shit right now. It was more just a weird question. Maybe when we have more space, because nobody's worried about boy bands, man groups, fucking none of that right now. People are trying to just make it out, but it's an interesting question for a freer time when we're concerned with nonsense.
We can be concerned with nonsense.
I'm not right now. I don't know what you got going.
Killer Mike got the first Changemaker Award.
Yeah, he's receiving the first ever Changemaker Award, which I think is awesome. I heard the other day he just started an online black bank, and Killer Mike, he'd be out here doing shit like for real. I believe he owns barbershops and many other establishments. He's just a stand-up dude. If you say anything wrong about Killer Mike, I'm looking at you crazy.
Well, I don't think that I would say anything wrong about him. He is doing what he can do from where he's at, and he does have, more money than most of us to do more things. So he does more things.
He doesn't have to do shit. He has to do absolutely nothing, but he can sit there and just live his life and ball and be himself and get it how he lives. Like,
I'm not saying he has to do anything, but he does do more things than the rest of us because he's got access to the funds or access to the collateral to do it.
True.
And we don't have that. But we need more of that. We need people coming together. We need people to put their resources together and buy something, and put their resources together and do more things that will help others in the community.
True. So shout out Killer Mike. You deserve that for real. He put in the work.
Johnson & Johnson, they paused their COVID-19 vaccine after an unexplained illness.
Yeah, they paused a trial, it looks like, according to CNN Health, because there was an unexplained illness, I guess, in one of the volunteers, allegedly. See, they're a big company, you don't know. But I know they paused that shit, which is crazy because Trump he had them on the list as, we got these big companies working on it. If they paused it because of that, First of all, who would volunteer? That's my question. Like, did you really just head up volunteer, or did they pay you? Because, boy, you'd have to pay me a grip to play with any of that shit. You know,
I don't know.
that's more than plasma money. That's more than even, I don't know what you could pay me to like put my life on the line like that. Because then they're looking at you if something goes wrong, like, we don't fucking know. This is first time shit. Like, then you're really up shit's creek.
Yeah, I'd heard, I don't know who I was listening to. You must have had it on or something, because that's the only time I'm listening to stuff. Somebody said that a Black woman was in a trial for the COVID-19 vaccine. And I'm like, good for her, but I'm not doing it.
I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, you're a thrill seeker or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I could see doing something for a lot of different things, like, but this, no. I won't even, like I said, when it drops to the public and they're like, everybody goes, everyone's gonna be looking at each other like, who's Boo Boo the fucking fool? who's first?
Pretty much. I won't take it, but I don't believe in vaccines. Like the basic ones, yeah, but other than that, nah. Thank you. And that is our time.
Thank you guys for listening. We got another one coming for you. Make sure you like and subscribe and check us out next time. Peace.
Bye.